Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll call the November 5th meeting of the Common Council to order. Please call the roll.
Councillor Olson.
Here.
Councillor Fennessy excused. Councillor Bender. Here. Councillor Sweeney. Here. Councillor McDonald. Here. Councillor Mazzolia. Here. Councillor Finsland. Here. Councillor Herrick. Here. Councillor Dennis Dahlbeck. Here. Councillor Esther Dahlbeck. Here. And Councillor Kadat.
Recognize the quorum will proceed, and I also at this moment would like to recognize some gentlemen in the audience and former councilors to come forward, and I guess you want to make a presentation, Mick.
Would like to have you, Mayor, to come, and Council President, please.
I think they want you down there.
It is on. I know. I've looked at the agenda, and I think there's some bets going on. I know it's going to be I think everybody's excited about a 5-minute meeting, so I'm real brief. I should be real brief here tonight. So, where are you guys? Come over here. For those who may not already know, Animal Allies was engaged in a collaboration with the City of Superior, Douglas County, Animal Rescue Federation, and the Humane Society of Douglas County in an effort to establish one new shelter facility in Superior, but also serve all of Douglas County. As part of this agreement and contract with Animal Allies to participate in this project, they were charged with the task of running a capital campaign to raise funds for construction costs of this new adoption center now being built at Bear Creek Park. Although they were unable to continue their role as operators due to the then uncertainties of the project, they were, however, successful in raising a considerable amount of money as part of the original agreement to raise additional funds to help defray construction costs. After Animal Allies' departure, some contributors elected to have their money returned. However, many elected not to give up and stay the course. As did Animal Allies, they were still hopeful that a compromise would be reached and a new animal rescue center would somehow be built in Superior. It is now safe to say that this shared vision has now turned into reality, and the pledges from these optimistic supporters still remain. Animal Allies has and always will be committed to working with and supporting the City of Superior and HSDC with the task of animal rescue and adoption. And so, with that being said, and with the great expectations that our capital campaign funds will help ease the transition from the old shelters to the new, on behalf of the Board of Directors, all that work at Animal Allies and all these people, these generous people who made these donations, I'm honored and proud to present this check to the City of Superior in the amount of $21,622.82.
Hey, Bob. Thank you. If I could just say a real short thing here. First, I want to thank the folks that did leave their money with us for the construction of the shelter. It was really nice. A lot didn't, but quite a few did, and I thank them for that. The one thing I'd like to say is there's been a lot of discussion about putting in a heated floor in this new shelter, and I've done a lot of research, and for us to not do that is insane, and it's totally wrong. I've been out on the web checking a lot of stuff, and most of these places that have done that are very happy with it. Our winters are cold here. I mean, I worked in our old animal shelter, and the cold concrete floor is just horrible. You know, nobody wants to lay on that. Now you have the means to do it. You have $21,000, and it's not going to take probably half that. So please, please consider that and do that for the welfare of the animals. Thank you.
I just want to address that because we did have a separate meeting, and Mayor, he's aware of what happened in that meeting. We talked about the issue of in-floor hydronic heating, and it could be an expensive, venture. After talking to a lot of people, Heather out in Colorado, it was suggested that there's an option, an alternative that would be an electric version of in-floor heating that is efficient. It's a matting, it's electric matting that would go into it would embed into the mortar of the tile. And hopefully some of this money that we're donating tonight will go towards tile that Douglas County Humane Society desperately needs. But it would go into there, and what is suggested is that they do half of the areas, and so that would cut down as far as the money is concerned, because animals are like we are. Sometimes they like to be warm, and they get too warm, and they want to move to where it's cool. So I think this would be a good solution. I think, Mayor, it came in at somewhere around $5,000. I don't know what the tile would be, but it would be a considerably less. And so I think it's something that we certainly could look at, and I think that the people who are going to operate it, I think, would be extremely appreciative to at least have that option, and you can turn that off too if need be, and so it would be very efficient. So I just wanted to clear it up, and sorry for being longer than I said I would be.
Mick, where are they at now with the construction? Have they laid the concrete?
I was just out there today, as I'm out there every week, a couple of times a week. The footings have been laid, have been poured, and so as soon as those things cure, they'll be laying the slab. And again, this electric heat that I'm talking about, it won't be this timely thing. They can lay that slab, and they can still incorporate this into the project, because that's going to be when they're laying tile, and that's going to be finishing on the inside. So yeah, the footings are there, and so the concrete slab is next.
That's too bad they couldn't have put it in the slab.
Well, that would have been
That's the ideal.
The ideal thing,
yeah.
because I think that there's a payback there. Some say that there's not, but I think that there is, and so I agree with you, Denny. But this would be an alternative, and it would be a much cheaper upfront situation. So I think it would be the best of both worlds.
Well, over the long run, the in-floor heat would be the cheapest to to operate. And you and I talked about it, Mick. I did mention my brother was put up homes. And he said that the in-floor heat's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And we're giving you the money to do it, so it doesn't get any better than that.
No. I think that's what should be done, is put it in the concrete.
Good for you.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, and all the hard work and participation, and got there with all your good help. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hey, Bob, good seeing you. Hey, President. Jeez Louise.
Item 6 is Item number 4 is the approval of the minutes from the October 21st council meeting.
You've heard the motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 6 is the consent agenda. You have before you tonight a referral to Public Works Committee from Councilor Bender regarding the crosswalk at 43rd Avenue East and East 2nd Street as an addition.
Move for approval of the consent agenda with the addition.
Second.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the motion.
It was to approve as
Move for
amended.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 7.1, Planning and Port Director Cirque is requesting this item, which is to purchase 8 credits from I give up tonight, I'm sorry. Thank you. He's requesting this be referred to the Public Works Committee.
For the motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Item 8.1, Mayor Hagan is advising of the change of ownerships of Sailboats, Inc. to Eric Thomas and Fred Dadar,
This is informational only.
yeah. There's no motion needed. Item 10.1 is a resolution introduced by the Common Council appropriating the necessary funds for the operation of the general city government and the administration of the City of Superior for the year 2015, and authorizing and directing a tax levy to be spread on the tax roll of the City of Superior for the year 2014.
For the motion and second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 10.1 is a resolution introduced by the Common Council. I'm sorry. I'm a little slap happy tonight. Thank you.
City clerk didn't get much sleep last night.
11.1 is an ordinance introduced by the Public Works Committee, amending the traffic code, no parking in designated spaces by adding Banks Avenue on the east side from 12th Street north to the first driveway entrance for 1127 Tower Avenue.
Heard the motion and second. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carried.
11.2 is an ordinance introduced by the Common Council amending the traffic code, disabled parking zones by adding 1320 Fisher Avenue.
Heard the motion and second. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Any further business come before this body? Heard the motion. We are adjourned.
Apparently I need to go to bed.